Stop beating yourself up. It is easy to beat ourselves up over bad decisions or mistakes that we've made or failures, but you've got to stop beating yourself up. It is a lesson to be learned, and you just got to learn the lesson, whatever it is. And then you've got to let it go. You've got to replace that beating yourself up with, I've lived this, I've learned, this is what I've learned, and I'm moving forward. Because beating yourself up just kind of keeps you stuck, like almost in quicksand. You can't do anything about it. You can't move forward. But you've got to let it go. You just got to start thinking about your future. You got to start thinking about what do you need to do next. But you've got to stop beating yourself up. And it's easy to do, right? I think the devil, he really has a field day with us in our mind and his negative thoughts. But decide today that you're going to stop beating yourself up. You made a mistake. You failed at something. You've learned. You know what to do now. You know what you would do better. This is how you're going to move forward. And all you can do is say, okay, this is what you've learned, and you got to move forward. You got to say, okay, I'm going to replace this with something else that with something I'm working towards, or my next step, my next move, or just look at the good that came out of it. Just sit in a posture of gratefulness. Just think about the good that is in your life, the good that came from that, whatever happened. If it's nothing but you learned something new that you didn't know, and just know that all around you, people are making mistakes, people are failing, it's just part of life. We're going to make mistakes, we're going to do dumb stuff, and we're going to have to learn through it, we're going to have to grow through it, and there's nothing we can do about it. But I get it. Sometimes things really hit us, affect us at the core, and we really kind of stew in it. But I am inviting you to just think about being grateful that is as well as it is, that you've come out of this, that you've learned from this decision, and that you know what to do next time, or you know what you can do better next time, or you know not to do the same thing again. And you just keep moving forward. And that is the most important thing, is that sometimes you just got to read something positive. You got to listen to some positive videos. You got to read scripture. You got to pray. You got to journal about it. But then you got to move forward. You got to, take whatever you're reading, you're learning, you're receiving from God, and you got to move forward. You got to say, okay, what do I need to do now? But you can't keep beating yourself up about old stuff. You can't keep beating yourself about stuff that happened a few minutes ago or yesterday. You just got to move forward and know that this is not going to be the last mistake you make. This is not going to be the last time you mess up. This is not the last time you're going to fail. It is part of life, and you just have to be confident enough in yourself to know that you will make a better decision next time, because now you have more information, that you've learned whatever you need to learn from this mistake or this setback, and just see, okay, are there any opportunities from this that I've learned? How can I move forward now with this new information? That's all you can do. It's not going to get better by just beating yourself up. Nothing good can come from beating yourself up. And you just try to have a positive attitude, just knowing that you've learned something new, and then knowing that you're capable of making a better decision next time, that you've made great decisions before, and you'll make great decisions again, and just keep moving forward no matter what. And when it comes up again and you want to replay it, kind of ruminate over and over again on what has happened, just tell yourself, you have accomplished all these great things in the past, and you've learned something great from this failure, and that you're moving forward. This is what you're working on now. This is what you're working towards. This is what the next step is, and you just work on that next step. And if you find yourself where you are bombarded, where you can't get out of a rut, I advise, like I said, to read as much positive stuff as you can, whether that's personal development, inspirational scriptures, meditating on scriptures, praying over and over again, until you can get to a better place. And it's good regular practice to have personal development, inspirational, biblical scriptures, praying to God as your regular routine. But as you find yourself in situations where you're beating yourself up, you feel like you kind of can't get out of this, just stop what you're doing and just sit in the posture of gratefulness, and then pray, read scriptures, read personal development, inspirational things that'll help you kind of change what you're thinking about. And that's the most important thing, is changing your thoughts to something positive, changing your thoughts to something that you're working towards, changing your thoughts to something that you're grateful for, changing your thoughts to what you already have that is pretty good. All the accomplishments that you've already done, that you've already accomplished. Stop beating yourself up. It's not going to help you at all. To me, it's a trick of the enemy, and nothing good comes out of it. Just do what you know you need to do, move forward, and stop beating yourself up.